All right, big jump ahead. Downpipe's been removed. We have a stainless steel mesh. It's like a mosquito mesh, and some pretty messy glue work. Some of these fittings were looser than I thought, but basically that runs down on an angle into here. Unfortunately, it's not enough of an angle, and it tends to spit out about, unless it's just trickling, about a quarter of it will spit out the overflow. So lo and behold, cut a little bit of tree and fix the problem. Because this is only a 1/2 inch line, I've got this 15 litre container, which is 3.5 gallon or something, as a bit of a buffer. And you'll notice there's a little bit of water there. That's because the pipe going into the IBC is a little bit taller than the lowest point of all this. So as soon as it gets up any more, it automatically drains out. But that's the buffer between the fact that, you know, this is a 3-inch line coming off a gutter that may be roaring like hell tomorrow, and it can build up a bit in this, and it can also build up a bit in this, and hopefully, you know, it manages to get out this in time. It may not, at which point it may come over the top here, and then I'll just make a go at pulling this out. Really, the idea is to hope that it plays ball until that IBC is full, and then I just pull this out on a longer term basis, and that might end up being a real end cap instead of a bit of wood. Anyway, I have got this one set up here, bit of wire making sure the hose doesn't slip, and unfortunately we needed a bit of an extension here, and also a bit of an extension for the outgoing one. That was an absolute pain in the ass to get that on. I had troubles with the hose clamp. I used a smaller hose clamp and it wound itself all the way out, and I had to move a lot of rubbish and climb under the table to even get that hose clamp on. My gosh, that was bad going. Anyway, take her out here and we'll have a look at this. Most of you know about the little wood heater firing away there. Stupid blasted paint started smoking on this thing. So-called potbelly paint. Yeah. Anyway, aluminium lagan tape's gone fairly well. It's leached a little bit of the adhesive out there, but it's gone alright. And the paint that was stuck on that is all starting to flake, but that's just house paint, so that's only expected. Yeah. Aquarium pump with a 3/4 inch line. I went and bought another one there, and I also have some more. It turns out this is pretty much the right size, so I don't have to play with anything. I have actually used a little sponge like you use for washing the dishes and just drop that inside this casing here. That's just a little plastic piece that comes off for you to put a filter in, because that's where the centre, right in the centre of this is the incoming line. There you go. Just one used for doing the dishes. Jammed in there, she'll be good. That's only 80 watts, but the real star of the show that's going to be battling to show up with a light. I've still got to screw all this on, but I thought I'd show all this before it gets screwed on. Ball float. Using a soft drink container, and we've set all this up with a lot of fiddling and farting around onto that. It was easier than I thought once I found that piece of aluminium, but it's basically screwed onto that piece of aluminium with a tap and a 90-degree joint that comes up from underneath. And the other one at the moment, that was a blasted expensive float valve. Damn expensive. Enough. It wasn't too expensive, but it's not cheap either. So in the meantime, I've got the other one just hooked to a little tap. And in due course, I'll probably change that to a float valve. But just to get some stuff working for now, I'm just having this. And that pump I just showed is going to go in there, and we've got a hole there that I've got to drill for the little other line for the tap. That line actually comes from the empty IBC I've just showed, but the full IBC and the corrugated iron tank goes through that float valve there. So for the one with the tap, I've got to drill that hole there, and I've got to drill another hole for the what's his name, for the 3/4 inch line on that one there, or cut a slot and yeah, stick the line up through the side, and then place this on top in its position, and drill holes through and put screws through so I can hold onto the rim of that container there, and then we will be fine, because all I need to do is plug the pump into that plug and we're good. We're running, and we have enough line to easily reach this one and that one, and should be able to get this one as well, all off, and then we're running off rainwater. So we're going to get a colossal amount tomorrow, probably about 1.5 inches or something. So I'm glad that I've sort of got this set up, because I'm going to be grounded to doing laundry tomorrow because it's going to be raining so hard. So anyway, I'm glad I've set the other one up so it can actually start catching some of this rain tomorrow. Yeah, then I'm going to be doing the laundry with rainwater using this pump. The O-ring there is just about clapped out. I don't know if it really matters. And I can always go and get a whole, well, I think my father's got a whole box of O-rings anyway. Brand new. You get these multi-pack O-rings, you know, $5 for a pack of blimmin' 60 or something, made in China. So she should all work out anyway. Yeah.